Welcome guys to round 4 of the Formula 1 2019 career mode. Here we are in Baku after an eventful last race when in the rain was pretty spectacular. As you're going to see, we're going to have a wet race again. So qualifying is going to be dry, so I'm going to put on the same setup as last week, more downforce, because we do have some pretty fast corners, especially coming onto the back straight. Or onto the main straight, sorry, and we do have some slow corners where if I am in wet conditions with a faster setup, I don't want the car to slide. So if we can have the same eventful weekend we did last week, that would be great. But we're going to go straight into qualifying. I've done the practice sessions already, so we got the R&D points, and I'm going to quickly show you the R&D tree, or the performance comparison. As you can see, Mclaren is 4th in the vehicle performance, which is really good. We're ahead of Renault, who are very, I thought they would have been up there. So we're good that we're pretty much top of the rest. We've got the top 3 teams in front of us. And in terms of the tree wise, yeah, not much has changed. So we've got some R&D stuff in progress. So we're looking at Spain for an increase in the powertrains, and engine power and durability. But we're going to go straight into qualifying right now.
The circuit has rubbed in with practice, but this is still going to be a difficult session for our drivers as they fight for pole position. Welcome to qualifying here in Azerbaijan. The competition is certainly heating up as we head into today's qualifying. Some impressive times showing up during the previous practice sessions. Anthony Davidson, do you think we can expect a similar level of skill to be showcased during today's qualifier?
Well, I certainly hope so. The competition here is extremely tight, and I think we might see some very close times today. Remember, practice isn't just about fastest lap times though. It's about optimization, it's about ratifying your decisions. No one's going to be sweating small mistakes here and there, but in qualifying that all changes. You need to nail that perfect lap or face the consequences, and believe me, that's a lot of pressure.
Alright, so here we are for qualifying at Baku. As you can see, in rain-wise, it's a wet race the whole time, so we're going to go and change our car setup. We want a bit more downforce. It's going to really kill us on the main straight. We're going to not be as fast as the guys, but if we can get into their slipstream, we should be okay. Power unit-wise, alright, Jeff, thank you. I'm not sure if you guys can hear Jeff at the moment. He just likes to speak. Power unit wise, the ICE part is going to possibly explode this race, otherwise next race. If it doesn't explode this race, we are going to replace it. The rest of the components seem to be okay, but we might need to replace like the MGU-H. MGUK looks okay, and the turbo probably will need to be replaced. Gearbox wise, it looks pretty okay. So here we are for our second run, hopefully a much better run. We're currently P18. Not going to be great for Mclaren if we're staying in this position, so here we go for this run. First corner feels a lot better, but apparently 1/10 off our previous lap. Still well off the pace, but I reckon we'll catch up in middle sector. Car does not sound healthy at all. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back out of this. This car does not sound healthy. Let's see, what's the... Yeah. I don't know. Something definitely is wrong with the car. That's going to be our session over. We're going to retire from the session. There's nothing really we can do. Alright, so we had to retire from the session. The car just didn't feel great, so that's us pretty much last. Yeah, we are last. 3/10 off P19, not a great performance. We did have a different setup on to what the drivers had, so hopefully we can make up positions when with the wetter setup on compared to the driver's faster setup, or the AI's faster setup. But our teammate in P9 doing good stuff for McLaren, and we'll just have to see how it goes in the race.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Joining me for the Grand Prix once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Mitchell. No grip penalties, no mitigating circumstances, just a poor qualifying performance and a very disappointing start position for them today.
They'll have a sinking feeling as they look up from the cockpit and realise they're in a different postcode to the start line for sure. But the one positive they can hold on to is that the car is quick and they can make their way through the field.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Gasly, Devon Butler, and Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, Ricciardo, and Kevin Magnussen, Perez, Grosjean, Nico Hülkenberg, and Giovinazzi, Albon, Kubica, Mitchell, and Kimi Raikkonen. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Faber and George Russell ends our grid lineup, and with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Okay, so as you can see, it looks like we have a few cars behind us who have penalties, probably engine changes or something happened in the practice or qualifying sessions that they got penalties, but that promotes us to P17 in this very wet race. So we have full wets on. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be this wet for the race, so it's going to be interesting, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to skip the formation lap like always, but I'm not going to add any more fuel. I think we can do it with what we had just like last race. So here we are for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We got 5 lights, lights out, and away we go. We have Albon and Kubica, and we are just bogging down on this launch, and there goes Raikkonen. And Raikkonen, oh my goodness, that was a bit tricky. I was not expecting that. We're going around the outside of Albon. He's going to squeeze us out, actually. Now we got Kubica looking down the inside. Oh my goodness, I did not see any of the cars. Albon is seriously pushing us out wide. I reckon that was through wide into the corner with Raikkonen there. It's pretty tricky to see the names and to see the braking points as well. Might settle down over a few laps, but as last time, like, I got no grip. But hopefully the car will pick up next lap just like last race. Gonna have to be super careful through this section. It's very slow and easy to lose the car if we go too fast into the corners, especially the castle section. Ooh, almost nudging the wall there. Gonna have to be careful in this sort of area as well, because it's a flat out corners. So almost completing lap 1 now. No safety cars yet. Hopefully we do get safety car. The car is just not slowing down enough. Hopefully as the tyres start to come alive, the car starts to also come alive. Alright. I felt like the car was starting to grip up then. Alright, looks like the cars ahead are starting to slow down a bit. We're definitely catching up to Weber. Alright, the team's starting to worry about... Wow, okay. That's how much down we are on power, that Russell can do that. The team's starting to worry about the power. We are definitely down on power. So I've got to do what they want, and which is earlier upshifts. Oh no, that's a big lockup. Wow, I'm surprised that we didn't just keep going into Russell. Engine is starting to sound a lot worse now. Hulkenberg's out of the race. That is very interesting. Gearbox is almost had it as well. It'd be nice if the cars didn't retire in spots that are safe. I'd love the safety car out right now. Alright, here we are for the final lap of the race. We are 20 seconds behind Raikkonen. We got Kubica behind us who are about probably 7-8 seconds, and we're going out very well. We've lost our front wing altogether. We couldn't do anything. The car just doesn't want to turn. So this is, I'm just waiting for this engine to explode, honestly. It is beyond a joke. We've been down on power all race, all qualifying. I can't look at how much brake force I'm doing and the car's still locking up. Can't do anything. Lewis Hamilton has won the race. Just gotta keep Kubica at bay. That's gonna be pretty tricky, especially during these corners. Let's see what we can do. Alright, now it's just a drag race. Not a lot we could do.
The Mercedes team pulled out a fantastic performance today. They should be proud. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Rain always has the potential to liven up a race and mix up the order, and they've taken full advantage of that to claim the victory today. It's always a bit of a lottery when the conditions are like this, but they've managed to stay on circuit and have come out on top.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
So that was the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Max Verstappen got the fastest lap. We're down in 18th, well off the pace. Honestly, the race didn't go our way compared to last race in the wet. The car just wasn't there. The tyres weren't doing their job. The engine was down on power. We should have really replaced the power unit, but I just wanted this engine to explode. Makes a cool thumbnail and a cool title for the video, but still, we should have done a lot better than what we did. Lando Norris got into 7th, so as of the next race, we're going to replace all our parts. We're going to go with brand new units, brand new ICE, brand new gearbox, turbo, all that. And we're going to see what the pace is like from McLaren with a whole fresh set compared to the other teams with aging sets. But until then, guys, we're going to watch the highlights, and I'll see you next time.